up and
Oh,
down.
no, I love it. I love it.
So I never look at one muscle as anything, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You're looking at patterns. So this gets into that modeling piece, which I started to allude to earlier. So being evidence-based is part of it. But then we have to get into this thing of like decision theory. And this is a whole science unto itself. Sorting theory, labeling theory, right? Like you can think in terms of game theory, even at a certain level applies to this. If you're going to be like outcome driven and try to go backwards from your outcome. So first things first. If we were going to start with one muscle, maybe the next question I would ask you would be, what are the categories I'm allowed to label this muscle as? Right? So have you even thought about how many ways you could label a muscle? Because you just said synergistically dominant versus reciprocally inhibited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, where does overactive and underactive come in? Where does short and long come in? What about the terms tonic and phasic? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Are some of those synonyms, or are these all separate categories?
Yeah. Synergistically dominant, tonic. Yeah, you just go all day, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That thing.
Yeah.
So this is what, obviously where my mind has progressed. And it's taken a long time, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we would do with this muscle is we would go, how many categories are there? Okay, now if you're talking about Brookbush Institute, there's 4 categories. Okay, you have 2 different lengths something could be, and 2 different activities something can be. And when you combine 2 of one thing and 2 of another, you end up with 4 possibilities, right? It's 2 squared is how many potential combinations you can end up with.
Mm-hmm.
So you have short overactive, short underactive, long overactive, long underactive, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we got really technical, and this is an article that's going to be coming out in the future, we should probably actually change those terms to something more like category 1, 2, 3, and 4, because what we're actually referring to with those labels of overactive short, overactive long, is what would be the appropriate techniques to use on this muscle based on its label.